Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and this is a video key for Do Now 35.1 if you're in A or B block, and 35.2 if you are in D block. So here we go. Hopefully it's going to actually get bigger when I do that, but apparently it's not. Okay, so let's do this. So what are A, B, and C in the quadratic function y equals x squared plus 5x plus 2? Well, A is going to be 1 because that's 1 times x squared. So A equals 1. B is going to equal 5 because that's 5 times the x. And the constant coefficient is 2, so C equals 2. So A is, of course, the x squared coefficient, the quadratic coefficient. B is the linear coefficient, and C is the constant coefficient. So let's take those and go to number 2, where we're going to take those exact same coefficients. We're going to plug them into the discriminant. Okay, so those are the coefficients. We're going to plug them into this part of the quadratic formula, which is known as the discriminant. And let's see what it equals. So B was 5, so 5 squared. And then A is 1, and C is 2. Okay, so let's simplify that. 5 squared is 25. And 4 times 1 is just 4. So I'm just worrying about 4 times 2. That's 8. And 25 minus 8 is going to equal 17. Okay, now we've got what this part of the quadratic formula equals, which will simplify our work later. Now, we're going to go ahead and see if we can simplify the rest of this equation. So here we go. If you have access to a computer, you can do it here. If not, that's totally fine. I will go ahead and do it with the computer. So here was our equation. Y equals x squared plus 5x plus 2. We already know what b squared minus 4ac equals. It's 17 because it's 25 minus 8. Now let's replace b with the 5 and a with the 1, and then we can simplify. That's just a 2. And now our plus version is negative 5 plus the square root of 17 over 2. We actually can't do any more to it than that. Our negative version, if I wanted to, I could, of course, do all that stuff again. That's a 17. That becomes a 2, and that's a negative 5. So our solution is negative 5 plus root 17 over 2 and negative 5 minus root 17 over 2. Those are the exact solutions because this actually exactly addresses what this x-intercept is and what this x-intercept is. These are the rounded estimated versions. So you would pick some point like negative 0.44 and negative 4.56, and you would say, okay, those are the estimated answers. If you needed to measure something, that's what you'd use. If you needed to be exact, this unreduced square root here and here would be part of it. So negative 5 plus square root of 17 over 2 and negative 5 minus square root of 17 over 2. And you may be thinking, Mr. Ward, how am I going to write this in here? So here's how you write it. You put in parentheses negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 17 all over 2. And that is all you have to do for that. I hope that was helpful.